Hey guys, how's it going? I had this solo shuffle lobby here. I did forget to record the first game, so sorry about that. It is at 2560 MMR, and I go 6-0, so I really wanted to show it for just for content, right? I've only posted twos and threes, and I guess if you watch my videos, you wouldn't know this about me. I love solo shuffle. I think it's the best thing ever, and a lot of the negative elements of it that people say are negative elements, I think are positive, and I think it's cool. I'm a guy I don't want to go too much into this, but I'm a guy in real life. I never gamble. I never will. This is like me gambling, going to Vegas, having the time of my life, hitting the jackpot, rolling the dice. So I love it. Anyways, I wanted to do this sort of a guide like type of thing because it's so simple to watch those guides on the internet that people post. I'll post some of those too, but actual gameplay, like what is gameplay? Why did you do the things you did in the gameplay mechanically? What were you thinking? Even if it's a mistake, why did you do that? Like, really, why, right? Here in this game, I'm gonna go really slow, so I'm gonna pause it. I'll play it at full speed at the end as well, but I want to go through it in commentary first. Some of these things might seem coincidental. And solo shuffle, people say it's random, people throwing shit out. Here's the thing: if you know that's how solo shuffle works, then it's not random anymore. It's no longer random. You can't say that. Solo shuffle's been out for years now, so you just kind of gotta get used to it and play like that. So essentially here in this clip, I'm running bandages for the BM Hunters bleeds. Everything else is very standard talents. I flash my talents and I flash the CR and MMR just so you guys can see. I went with the other healer, right? And they rotate the healers, they rotate the teams. And he was the weaker healer. He was still really good, honestly, no complaints. But I knew it was kind of an uphill battle a little bit, especially with the Frost Mage. You can see the details damage. I wasn't number one actually because that's with AoE on the pets. So yeah, it was a little harder. He's 1600. This guy's 2600. They have the same MMR. That's around the same match. I've been rambling for a bit. Let's get into the clips. So I knew this one would be a little bit easier, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I was basically top damage. I was under 1 million less. So when this starts, I'm going to start with a flare. And the reason for the flare is not even to get the hunter out. I know where the hunter's going to be. He's going to be at those stairs because he was there last game. Players commonly do the same thing. I throw the flare. I just run straight through his flare because I don't care. I know where I need to go. I throw a binding shot as I do that. This hunter can scatter me, and he should scatter me, but I guess he doesn't want to. And shuffle sometimes, like, I'm not hunters are a stealth class, but they're not, like, the opener's not that important where you want to scatter first global. Sometimes I do it because I think it helps. It depends on what you're going to do too. It depends on the map, the comp, the healers, etc. But yeah, so I throw a binding shot to get the Ellie and all his elementals in the back, maybe, and maybe the Pally, right? I'm not really caring if I get the Pally or not, though. So I go and run through the flare. I see the hunter open. I scatter him immediately. He freedoms. I silence the Ellie. So, okay, a lot has happened here already. So the Ellie, he did not get binding shotted, but I silence him. Hunter freedomed already. He's coming out of the scatter and his freedom's going to be done. Never freedom right away like that as a hunter. You have disengage, which will give you speed. It'll give you positional, right? It'll give you movement, and it'll get rid of any slows or snares. So here, why do I silence this guy, not the healer? I have a Frost Mage. I know this guy, especially from the last game, and Frost Mages don't do big bursts like that right now. I know we're not killing in the opener. No need to silence that guy. I would rather silence the Ellie and have 3 seconds less of the Ellie popping us, blowing us all up, like triple killing us. Look at the Ellie's damage already. 22 million, and I've done not even 1 million. So yeah, I just need to silence this guy. I want to go for a trap. The healer ran into the binding shot and there's a grounding. I go for the harpoon because I'm thinking, okay, I harpoon, I'm going to hit this grounding. Or maybe my mage or Pally way back there from 40 yards away might hit it. However, I get hodged. I can't trap, but I get dispelled pretty fast and I trap immediately. Now look at this hunter. He's exactly 75%. And now look here. This is at 8%. This buff is super important. I should just make a full video on this buff and double stampede, but I'll explain it now, which may seem boring. But essentially, you have your hero talent, your stampede. You'll summon a beast and it rotates 3 beasts, whatever, they're good, etc. When you kill command every 25 seconds, and it's an internal cooldown. and you can lower that internal cooldown to a minimum of 20 seconds, I think. You can make it happen every 20 seconds from pressing Mongoose and Kill Command. Okay, what about the Stampede? That's the 4-set. The 4-set is whenever you had lead from the front, which is a buff you get for the first 8 seconds of coordinated assault, you will summon a Stampede with that beast. So I'm trying to double Stampede. You can't normally do that, but what you can do is, if you have this internal cooldown still up, by up I mean you can't press it and it's not active, when you press coordinated assault, you get a free beast from coordinated assault. So your next kill command, regardless of that internal cooldown, will send a beast, and because the 4-set will send a Stampede, and then you'll get the other one from this one before that 8 seconds. So now it's 8 seconds, 7 seconds, boom, pop it. You'll see I send a Stampede there. Hunter has to roar sacrifice. He roar sacrifice way too low. I broke the trap, or someone broke it, but to be honest, the mage Ring of Frosted it, so it's almost as if it's fine. It's the same DR. It's a half. All the hunter's pets are, not all, but his Devil Sword and couple Dire Beast, whatever, they are they're in the Ring of Frost. So we're just going on this hunter. I get lassoed. It's broken right away. I send my second Stampede. He has to wall, so he walls at 100% there. Good for him. And I just instantly I intim this Ellie. Why? Like I said, just stop him, like slow down his burst. Now look at that. The Ellie had 21 million damage. Now look at me from that double Stampede, hitting all of them. So Ellie, it breaks. He Aura Mastery Hex. He throws his Cap Totem. It misses me. It gets my mage, but I think he blinks out anyways. Good Hodge by my healer. So what he's going to follow up with is a blind, which is an AoE fear. So it's not my trap TR. We're hitting this. He has that mage buff. I don't know what it's called, but that means the mage is going to do damage to him. So I go for a harpoon and trap, but he blinds. I don't want to waste seconds on that. So I do something dumb. I don't trap. The reason why it's dumb is the Ellie does a grounding. I could have completely... I scatter the Ellie too as well. I scatter the Ellie before I go for the trap. That's something I should show you guys. It's really key. Really, really key. Okay, so Ellie has Spirit Walker's Grace, which is part of his Aura Mastery. So it's the same cooldown, just the Aura Mastery aspect where he can't get kicked is gone, and he can cast while moving. So I want to trap off that Hodge. I'm not just going to do that. I scatter this Ellie. It's DR. I don't care from the poly. That gives me enough time to harpoon trap, right? If you see here, I can harpoon trap, and that scatter is still down there in the corner. He's still scattered, but my guy blinds, so I don't want to ruin, waste it. I go for the trap. I wait. Throw it. Poly on the Ellie, and he gets the grounding off though. So that's cool. I think he got the grounding off. Like, you'll see the icon for it here. I wasn't looking for the grounding. I think he got it off right before I scattered, actually. I just didn't see it. I played it down, but whatever. Nevertheless, we get turtle, so that actually didn't matter at all. Because he turtled, and I'm already beside this Holy Pally. I start walking towards the Holy Pally. He has a hero talent called Lightsmith, I believe, which I throw an explosive into the turtle, and he overlapped wall and turtle, so that's cool. I DR binding this Pally, and you see the Pally's health, it's getting lower. That's because I've been hitting him a bit. The mage hits him a bit with cleave. I have a lot of cleave with bomb, explosive, stampedes, but his hero talent's essentially it's a Spirit Link that's always on. If you can see, there's that weird thing on his health bar where it's like dark green. You can also see it on the nameplates. It's like dark purple for a bit, and I think that has to do with like health that he shared with other people or something. But basically, like, he has no health, and I'm just hitting him. Now, not only did I do that because of the turtle, it punishes his positioning. So now that Pally can't be in here to easily hit my healer. Their hunter has intimidation available, and it has trap in 6 seconds, and he also has scatter available. Hex is coming off cooldown, and so is lasso. So it's like, okay, let's push them back. The hunter, I already know from the previous game, he's gonna start kiting down that way, but he can't effectively do that because the Ellie is down there, right? He's way down there. I give a precog there. I disengage away because I don't want to get in a Searing Glare when he pump faked me there, but I get elemental, I think that's earth elemental stun, but he does get a Searing Glare off of me. It doesn't really matter because I'm CC'd throughout the whole duration, and then I get stunned again and binding, so the Searing Glare did nothing to me because by the time I'm out of CC, there's it's done. So I silence the Ellie. He Stormkeepers. He does get it off, so he has 2 free lightning bolts, but he can't use them. Now here, my healer has Hodge back up. You can see in the top corner. He's going to run like a Chad on his horse across the map. There he is. Hodges. I harpoon instantly. And I go for the trap. And now here's key. I have 10 seconds left on this. But like I said, there is cooldown reduction with Mongoose Bite and Kill Command. So even though I said you only have 8 seconds, if you pop Quarter Assault now, in theory, it's not enough time. But you can. If I do get peeled, though, that does ruin it if I do it too late, as I won't be able to get in the globals for the Kill Commands and Mongoose Bites. So Hunter Roar Sacrifices. I have no wall. The Hunter's going to get his wall back up right away soon. But anyways, I push in. Their Ellie's way off on the other side of the screen with my mage. You know, the mage is hitting him, slowing him, hexing him. Even if it just slows and roots, this is really good because the Hunter wants to turn corners, and the Pally is in a bad position no matter what because the DPS are split. So right here, I press my Kill Command, and I get my Wyvern out, I think. And yeah, Stampede. It wasn't a Wyvern actually that I got. It was the Boar. And out there, that's this. I'm about to get the second one. Oh, I did get the second one. That was the second one there. I get a double stun. I stun the healer, DR, super DR, but it was full on the Hunter. And then I Fury the Eagle, the Explosive. They're all kiting away. Now here, I shouldn't chase. But as you can see, I have Trap again, and Repentance is up. I'm not even going to pretend like I was looking at this in the corner. I have it up there to look at it. But I do know my Trap is up. And I do know Trap and Repentance are the same cooldown, so even without looking this in the top corner, I know he has Repentance coming up. And we also have a Ring of Frost coming up as well. So I start chasing, and there's my Paladin again on his horse like a Chad. Boom, gets the Hex around the corner. Ellie's hitting me, he's NSing, that's cool, that's fine. I disengage into line, and there I can harpoon, but I want to save my harpoon. So see all these pets here, there's ads. The Hunter pets are going to start following the Hunter. And the Ellie's way back here in this corner. So the Ellie's so far away, he decides to go the other way to not get hit by me or the mage, which was the smart play, because now he catches back up to his team. But here, I throw a root trap, because I know the pets or the Pally will hit it. He gets blinded. I trap immediately. Silence to the Ellie. This causes a bubble. It wasn't just the CC. It was the CC plus the Hunter was going to... This healer knows the Hunter's going to run that way. If the Hunter was just going to stay here, which he may have, that healer wouldn't have to bubble there. Because this Hunter, he has Turtle still, I'm pretty sure. So if he has Turtle, no, he doesn't have Turtle, my bad. But yeah, he might have been fine here if he stayed. The Ellie could have peeled, but I silenced. It was a good bubble. It wasn't a horrible bubble. But this healer knows the Hunter keeps running that way. So I get Searing Glared here. I don't care. I keep chase. Here, it's really bad for me to chase. But again, I have Trap coming up. Healer has Hodge in 4 seconds. I have my Burst. What I should have done is I should have waited 4 or 5 seconds around the corner right here with my team, because my mage is getting low as well. But I know I have Turtle and Trinket, and he doesn't. Like, I have Cheetah, I have Freedom, Turtle, Trinket. I have Bleed Dispels if a Fenray gets procced, and I have a Feign Death and a Harpoon. So I immediately Bleed Dispel, and then I start chasing. Boom, I'm going in. I int him the Pally, even though I know my healer has a Hodge. I don't care. Mage gets a Ring on Frost on everyone, which is a trap DR. I could have got a double Stampede there, only got a single, but I had to Turtle. I'm going to trap DR off of this. I don't care. I'm just sitting in the trap, might as well. I didn't send it on the Ellie because the Ellie was on Scatter DR, so I'd rather get the half trap on the Pally there. I start hitting the Ellie because the Hunter's far away. He burrows. There you go, flanking into the kill shot. I didn't get the kill shot off, but I would have, and I still had the Feign, Bleed Dispel, and Exhilaration. So here we go. I'm going to watch this. That was only a 3-minute round, and I probably talked for like 10 minutes, but I'm going to play this at full speed now, and the next video will be 2 rounds, because those rounds are fast, of double Hunter versus double Mage. Or sorry, versus Mage Ellie, and we just killed the Mage really fast both times with no block. Yeah, so here, same thing, right? I use the flare, not even to get him out of stealth, to create space. I don't care. I run through this. I run through the flare. I don't even try to hide. Scatter. That way he gets no early CC. And the early CC, even though it's not great in Shuffle, like if you just trap out of stealth, against the Ellie, it sometimes is, because they pump. Those guys just pump instantly. That's how his burst goes, right? After that, his damage is more tame. It's not that good. He's a dampener. But in those windows which is the start of a shuffle, he does insane damage. Now look here, the Ellie's hasn't been doing much damage. I've already mentioned that the first playthrough round. So I disengage away from the hunter and that pillar. My healer doesn't have trinket. I believe he trinketed the Hodge from their healer. Like their healer went into CC and my healer probably trinketed it. Get the turtle there. I throw the DR binding. Start hitting the pally. Always max parse do damage in shuffle. It's really important. You can win by being last damage, of course. But that's one surefire way to like really help. I've noticed I lose a lot on survival when I don't do as much damage as I could have. So here, this is like where that pattern starts, where the hunter starts over exact. Like he did this the first game, but after this second game, he started doing this even more. Like where he just runs around ridiculously. See, there's a ring of frost there. My the Ellie doesn't even want to run through, right? Because he just does that. The mage creates that as a divider. He's kind of playing goalie, which Ellie usually plays, but me and my mage are doing a great job of separating that. So there's a grounding there. I just leave it. It's way in the back. I just start doing damage because I'm in my kill window. I have my coordinated assault buff. I have the weak core there. I still have 5 seconds of it. So I Fury the Eagle on my last seconds of that. Because with the tip of the spear, Fury the Eagle for kill opportunities honestly can hit pretty good. Like each tick